Sounds good.
Have you finished saying your goodbye? Also bears our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. I hope this is clear. Meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness. We all have our jobs to do after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those...
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some... I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim, but the academia has always held a different view. They have always believed that symptoms of madness are... Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, the Withering, Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering. At least, that's what Tainari... Wait a second. Could it... Oh, this is huge!
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole... the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with... To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base.
Take it easy.
Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use.
Knowledge extraction?
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge? Are you going to put...
What's that look on your face?
Paimon's a little scared, but very...
Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. A traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction is the most important part of all. Now, please get ready and put on this device.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Yes,
Paimon is...
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effect.
But what was the point of doing this?
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used.
Huh? What do you...
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born. And this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, a slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the...
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're
Things you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars...
Anyway, I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing for the next step.
Small project?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a...
Take it easy.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize—
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be—
Seems you really do understand.
Traveler, Paimon. This is— Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Rebot guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest—
Wait! How can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you.
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always...
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent to make the whole thing more convincing. I'm okay with the deaths of enemy.
I can't believe a Montreux would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you...
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support.
Well, now that you've put it that way. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure... Since you and I both recognize...
Okay,
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
All right, let's head off.
More companions! Hooray! I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Guards,
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Rebot.
Ah, of course, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the... But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of the...
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Akhmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain al-Akhmar? This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible. And treat it as a top priority desert operation.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Academia? Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract no matter how you look at it. They don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation. So actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite...
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those but things like that never happened again after we met up with...
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question... Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it...
Because the Akasha controls the entire...
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit in existing logic. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be... Emotions are part of our behavioral logic. But can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How... Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you, decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha... Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, there's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or controlled. So, in my opinion, you're probably...
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something with...
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever
Paimon's...
Next time, pay attention during our meetings.
Will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name is Luxembarbo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be working with me. The construct next to her is for her work.
Beep! Construct, beep!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed to go on a mission.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now get ready.
It's time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino in the depth.
Take it easy.
Look! Over there! Our helpers have arrived already! Let's hurry over!
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you!
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture. They are our only leads for the case. If they die...
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! Judging from those shiny weapons in...
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia?
I'm not here to talk.
Oh, nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades.
The wind knows it.
Just retreat! Feel the split! This is long overdue. Next on me. We're way behind schedule. Born of ice and frost. Here comes the catch.
Clouds high. The birds come into the wind.
It's over.
Ah!
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
Ah, you pitiful Dendro Archon dogs! You'll...
I'm afraid you'll regret it.
King Jeshret will curse you!
Silence!
Oh,
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Academia as instructed.
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan Rebot.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes. Things...
That's fantastic! And that punch you gave Ramon there sure looked...
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport.
Yeah, you're the reason why
It's not the time to celebrate yet. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce...
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed?
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message... If we need help, Tainari is... Get ready for the next phase of the plan.
Time to go.
Dia! We're here!
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean to...
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your face. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as soon... Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve our...
Yeah, We sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, you're really good.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be sure that Tainari still has the academia. So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the doctor. Then, depending on... The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a bodyguard. You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just anyone you know.
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services...
How much more do you...
how much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried. Looking good! I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm. There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's consider this. Let's go. It's time.
Ah, Traveler, Paimon. And you...
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Eremite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help.
All right, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon thinks he has...
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Pardis DI just a little...
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is for now. All we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you said? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the academia. Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell me everything that's happened.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little...
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino, you don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. I'll also get straight to the point. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean... you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis DI. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants. But you're right.
Forgive me for asking, But how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar, you're...
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery. Would that be agreeable to you?
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in himself and his abilities, to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the top.
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say... Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today. What with Her Most Noble Majesty, the Tsaritsa, calling for our return. Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said. You're a responsible and gifted scholar. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Paimon can't help but feel like he's hinting at something.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talk. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his tone, I could...
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation...
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky. Now that you know...
Sorry, we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your...
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest, all of this may have started because of me. Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the Academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and tone are both familiar, but my master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. One dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a rainy day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I believe...
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me, someone already working at the Academia, to investigate this matter, right?
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep yourself safe. Please withdraw immediately.
I can do that, but I have a feeling it won't. The Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master might be involved with it. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the Academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at...
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages or direct requests from the Academia.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. On that note, aren't you also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The Academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble for... I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long. But in the end, still...
I see. So you noticed something was up with the Academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. I think this may be something he needs to...
Okay, we'll find a chance to tell him.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down... Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left Pardistia?
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling the truth. He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. What did he mean by that? Just to be safe, let's chase him and see...
But we have no idea where he went! How can we start chasing?
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought.
All is accounted for. Let's move out.
Everything's ready.
We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're headed.
Port Ormos?
That's right. Let's go to the port.
Time to go.
Don't draw their attention. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we can...
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to... This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
Huh? Uh-oh! He saw us!
Huh? Is he... Wait...
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person...
You mean...
And where are all the soldiers we...
They were all here just a few minutes ago.
So this was a trap. Wait, don't tell...
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Party's DI.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her away. And if I couldn't...
Oh no! Are you saying...
Let's go!
Pardis Di is not a place you Fatui can just
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental that you chose to only come here today.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research, much less an ordinary scholar like... I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things...
It would seem that my words have fallen... You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Party's DI now?
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only...
Well, you only have your heart... I may be staying at Party's DI as a scholar. It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars, who have
Then it seems our
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia.
Tighnari! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
Hold the line! Born of ice and frost.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming!
Yeah, Tighnari! Beat him up!
The doctor's orders are absolute!
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now!
Steve! So this isn't good.
Allow me! Forever! Help!
One with nature!
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need...
Got it! Hypatia's still here. Doesn't... Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So
So, you think this is over?
What? The Balladeer is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party's DI. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
Who are you talking to? It can't be the Balladeer, right? That's impossible!
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler!
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a... Scholars consider the God of Wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence, but this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. Yes. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually... But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is what... All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel should have been erased. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, she peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon, you'll know what kind of authority you're challenging. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord?
The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new god. You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. But I'm willing to give you a gift. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasoned.
Paimon hears thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Balladeer? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while. Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go! Tainari and Dia still must be fighting!
Compared to the storms I've encountered out at sea, this is really quite tame.
Oh! Have the Fatui retreated? Hey! What happened?
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites get struck by lightning before. You need to rest.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. Why are you sorry? It's all right. I'm sure you also know. My wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to move?
Just in case. Thank goodness she's fine.
Hey, how about taking care of your...
I understand my condition. The wound...
The more you understand medicine, the worse...
I know. They always think they can push through the pain.
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit.
So that's what you were talking to the Balladeer about? Oh, Paimon can't believe what he's thinking.
The Academia's...
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, as long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party Steve.
Don't say that. I haven't even...
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to, and maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the Balladeer. Is that why they tried to seize Hypatia?
You said the Balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen his past. So, what could be?
Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the doctor has no right to consider himself as his equal.
So, if the doctor was to show up again, would the Balladeer zap him with lightning?
Based on what the Traveler has said, I think he would. Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us. In other words, we've successfully completed this stage of the plan. The doctor is out of the picture now.
Yay! That's a big accomplishment!
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party DI. Traveler, it's about time we rendezvous with the others at the Grand Bazaar. Let's continue to keep a low profile. You can head there once you're ready.
Time to go.
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. I'll start first. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required are also ready.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated, but we found Tainari. Unfortunately, he was wounded during a fight.
Who was behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in Snezhnaya. So, we've successfully removed the doctor from the picture. Also, Tainari's already resting, so he'll be okay.
Good.
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experiences.
All right. I'll remember that. Everything also went smoothly on my side. The Eremites should have arrived at their destination by now. To avoid alerting the quarry, they will stay there for now.
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into Sumeru City.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team, as well as their bold strategy.
It appears to have been very effective. I'm glad to hear it. Well, is that everything? Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
Huh? Wait, you mean that—
Well, what else?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement?
Personally, I'd rather we all go home and get some rest.
I'll hate them. You— Ugh.
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that I'm here to strategize and not to lead. So you should find someone more suitable to do that.
But I thought all of you Academia big shots were—
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So what?
A scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
Fine, whatever. Well, Cyno doesn't seem to be much of a talker either. I guess that leaves—
Employer?
Yep. The Traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for—
Yeah! Say something to boost morale!
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Oh, it's Nilu!
Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about to go find you.
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, but you also look like you're up to no good. Seems pretty interesting.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Huh? Join you? You mean you also wanted to—
Yes. Something very important. Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming—
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting me? ears. You are truly the... Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumeru.
That's right!
I must admit that I'm a little scared, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you...
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much. Be
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done. Now, can we finally...
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super...
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success and failure.
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow.
Okay. So I guess that means it's time to say goodnight now.
Yep, good night everyone! Today is the Academia's Niagarbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action.
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
Not really. Paimon got too nervous thinking about today. What about you all, Hatham?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan, since energy is an important resource.
You just want to show off how calm you...
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we execute our plan.
The only thing you're doing is being annoying!
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console has a way to free Lesser Lord...
You know, Paimon's been thinking, what kind of technology could let the Sage...
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Suristhana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's that she once used to isolate her 500 years ago. The Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it can no longer be controlled from the inside. They were
So... how...
Don't forget, today is Niagarbaha Day, arguably the most important day to the The Sages and core Academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments, and all the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone. And the Academia's grounds are flowing with all sorts of people. It's the perfect time for an infiltration. When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue to access the console and free the Dendro Archon. Well, yes. That's just the visible side of our plan, after all. If precedence holds, the Academia should have already started preparing for Niagarbaha.
Everyone should be in position. All that's left is for us to lead the...
Let's go.
so are we just gonna walk?
Yes. Were you expecting a stealth?
Paimon can't think of a good
Time to go.
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhaitham?
That's me. Is something the matter?
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were looking for you not long ago. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me!
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? Wait a moment. The sages search for you. A blonde-haired traveler. Outside guests. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat.
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just...
It's nothing. We'll be on our way.
All right. Thank you for your contributions to the academia, Scribe.
What the heck just happened now? What did...
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with. That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their academic facility, they will instantly feign under... Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar. They're obvious farces of intellect.
Wow. So there are special ways to deal with smart people. We don't even need to make up our...
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be probably...
Is this the Academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library.
There are a lot of students going through here.
The Academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nagarbaha Day. They're all just act natural.
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that Academia personnel use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office...
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't run into the Great Sage.
You think the Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak past him?
Who knows? However, if we can
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you.
What's Grand Sage's...
Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such... An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I...
Great Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm
sure, But compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack of decorum. Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory. The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion. Please.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
All right then, traveler. What did you wish to discuss? Today is Niagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little... You seem to know quite a bit about... If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your trivial misgiving.
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Work. Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power, creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god. If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of human wisdom. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness and even Ermin's soul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. No, you will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even comprehend such an emotion. Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusa, care for the people, fend off sandstorms, fabricate silly fairy tales. These are but child's play for the act. We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to the ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what true? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Suristhana. So
What a pathetic justification! Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the academia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray. Looks like there really was merit in my assignment.
Oh, Hatham? Are you talking about us?
Anyway, I've brought them to the academia as ordered, but it took some time and Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler. An array of information about her ready for your perusal.
Oh, Hatham! So you're still on the act? We finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. I would expect, as it is Niagarbaha Day, I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, your data will be updated in real time whenever new information presents. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest persons. Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equally great suspicion? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose your ploy was to sacrifice the traveler here, was it not?
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why are...
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well. I will spell things out. First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the traveler at Caravan Ribat. However, you immediately departed for the desert, and judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the desert. Am I correct?
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have mentioned Sino.
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the traveler, a close associate. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia? Rationally speaking, 50%? 70%? What do you think?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the traveler right before—
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outlander, the traveler is still— If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great war. Sneak into the Academia on Nia Garbaha Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will arise. Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then stay inside the Academia and continue searching for a way to proceed forward. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the Academia and confront me in person.
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say. No, even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the Academia's regular However, under the current circumstances, even that is trivial compared to what we stand—
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
So flight has turned— Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyagarbha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon's acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. Alhaitham sure knows how. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right. Paimon thinks it would.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation.
What? Why do we want to get her locked up?
She's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to the successful implementation. Once the traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control, and with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have a much...
I can already see the pump.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only reason, of course. She has a more important... According to the Academia scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the Akasha ever since she was captured by the Doctor. That way, they can't pry any more information from her. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness.
So our job is to wake up Nahida! Okay,
The confinement room is inside the Academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's a completely enclosed space, and you won't be receiving any visitors. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord Kusanali and try to connect to her consciousness. However, as for whether she'll actually
Oh, no wonder you've been wearing your Akasha Akasha Terminal today. It's the one that'll hate them. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha Terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with Nahida after all this time. Let's do it. There's a light flashing on your Akasha Terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal! Whoa! It's Mora! Ooh, Mora! No, Paimon, we're not here to hunt for treasure! Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything? Please work.
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I want to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying. Kept listening to my people and their hearts. Kept looking for a way to save Irminsul. So I can catch up. Catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of... The sages are creating a god to replace me. And I'm forced to lock my consciousness...
Nahida! Nahida! Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own. Do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed? How do I really feel about... It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning, haven't you?
Who are you? Whose voice is that? You're right, though. I won't ignore my own voice anymore.
Nahida?
Did you wake me up?
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's when I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great! We weren't locked up for nothing. When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was listening for any sounds outside. You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their Nyargarba Day stuff? Yep, so that means our next act is...
Nilou, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up any opportunity to...
All right. You seem to have a lot, but if anything happens, the few of us...
Don't worry. They've been through worse. Everything's going to be fine.
All right. You know, if you really do get arrested, we'll do everything we can to get you back. Be careful, even if it's only for our sakes.
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind. Positions!
Nilou, how's it going? No.
Definitely more than usual.
But it's because I'm worried I won't dance well enough.
It's okay. Just focus on your performance. We'll take care of everything else.
You sure know how to talk. Taking all the credit, even though we can.
Well, thank you both. I'll have.
Ooh, that sounds great. Huh? How can we say no to that?
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu, we'll be here to keep people from going to the academia, so...
I was planning on telling them something like, the academia's been conducting a weird experiment, and some of their test subjects escaped. It's really dangerous there, so stay away.
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better? Oh well.
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Hey, Nilu! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our bait people... Do you want some candy? We have more than we can...
Vihar, thank you so much for doing all of this. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance, and...
You have a point. The stage is cleared and...
Yeah, thanks to you. I'm really grateful. All right, time to hit the stage.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. It's great that everything's come to think of it. When did Alhaitham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Alhaitham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that mercenary leader in Port Ormos when everyone else was distracted? It's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart enough. Let's review our plan for this stage again. It's not like we have anything else to do right now anyway, and it'll help us feel more confident. Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figures of the Academia and their guards have started to wear their Akasha terminals again. With the Doctor's technological support, they think they have nothing to fear.
How despicable of them to rely on such...
But this is also... I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the artistic performance. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyargarbaha Day.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performances? That's horrible!
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha on Nyargarbaha Day, if someone were to be seen performing in... The sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And so, the misleading information...
Sure sounds complicated. But it seems like if everything goes well, we'll be able... That's pretty clever. Getting right into... I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the misleading info out...
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is significantly reduced.
The Akasha will turn humans into machines.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing, too. By the way, this plan still requires a performer, right?
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous plan like this, but we...
All right. After the guards and the Academia are gone...
Then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brothers to shine. Here they come. Did you see that, Raman? They came out from the Academia in droves.
After laying low in the city for so long, this is the moment.
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop, but outside the Academia...
With a lioness like you, the prey sure won't be able...
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible. If we give the sages enough time to realize what's happening, the plan's doomed.
All they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and struggled every day in the day.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the Six Sages belong to the Corps of 30, but they have a completely different reputation. Following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the principles of being a mercenary. As someone in the same profession, I'm obligated to teach him a good lesson today.
Indeed, the trap has been set. All we need to do is lead them there.
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered
You gave such an important task.
It'll be fine. Isak was... Besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen Lesser Lord Kusanali in person, after all.
You've got a point. Anyway.
Good luck.
This outfit.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do. I'm just...
Relax. Don't think about getting caught. Even if that happens, we won't leave you behind. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar.
Okay, got it. I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali for helping Grandpa.
Hey! They're here! I can see the Academia guard!
All right, it's time, Isak. Take a deep breath.
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Huh? Did I just see something dart by? I'd better go have a look. Were my eyes playing tricks? I should go check to see if someone's hiding. There seems to be nothing here. Just to be...
Good thing they didn't find me. I was close. I'd better hurry and keep going.
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali's over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh no, they found me. Where should I go?
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali's over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kus...
Oh no, they found me. Where should I go?
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali's over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord...
Oh no, they found me. Where should I go?
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped into the Grand Bazaar. Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find her!
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on? I suppose that's all of you?
Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you planning?
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Little brat? So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusanali? Who?
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition, or a personal grudge. After stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters. Behave like the prey you are.
An ambush? How's that possible? This is Sumeru City, but...
You've spent all your time hiding away in the academia. This place has long since become our hunting ground.
This is odd. The academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Niagarbaha Day ceremonies, but it's much quieter than usual. Where are the guards? Why have I not seen a single one?
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
My apologies. Right now, all Academia guards have entered the city to perform the ordered arrest.
Arrest? I have an ominous feeling.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Is that not what the order was?
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You...
yes. I wouldn't dare make up something like that. Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that Lesser Lord Kusanali will take revenge on us.
What happened? Just what is going on? Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped? Was it up? That's impossible. The Academia is heavily guarded today, and any order to release Lesser Lord Kusanali would be strictly confidential. Besides, Alhaitham and the Traveler are already in... What manner of trickery did they employ? How could Lesser Lord Kusanali disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so I thought it was your...
Let me check. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the Akasha indeed contains this information, and it clearly appeared. How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the traveler that Alhaitham No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into the Akasha. Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't make any difference. The important thing now is to confirm, Lesser Lord. Have you been to the sanctuary of Surasthana to confirm?
Confirm? No, it may be a bit offensive to say this, but Grand Sage, how can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees, if we have to confirm the information and knowledge from the Akasha, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves? Wouldn't Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's legacy lose its...
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by Greater...
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I believe in you. I never meant to refute you.
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around.
Yes, Grand Sage.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong.
What a comical sight, Azar. Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, even the grand... You all can only see the world in your mind, the one you think you know. And precisely because of this, you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusanali's existence. She has been a wise and...
Sino. Have you... The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me. But I didn't expect it to turn out...
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the...
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to co-opt...
People change, Azar. Admit it. The Akasha...
Then tell me, what have you found during...
You want to buy time? This is the sanctuary of Surasthana. Under your own regulations. As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of...
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead guilty in front of you, General Mahamat?
No. I want you to plead. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Hopefully something bad didn't... Yeah, but aren't you scared that we might be locked up in here for the rest of our lives? Thinking about it, at least when Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary...
Here comes your savior. You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find the key here.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The guards that stormed the Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the sages bossing them around. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long time. So, how's Sino?
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands, so Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. He has no choice but to obey. So, hurry to the sanctuary of Surasthana. We should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do this well. Alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule.
They say this is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. But during this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia led to all of this, and created.
Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of our friends!
Thanks, you too. Amazing. So this is how it feels. So it's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even tell if I just woke up or my concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon.
It's okay. With you here, Paimon's sure that everything will work out.
There's one more thing.
What is it?
For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them pay.
Ah! Wow! That's the spirit! You're finally standing up for yourself and not letting people walk all over you!
I understand now. To be a better Archon, I first need to better myself. If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true. That reminds me, we need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false god. I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, I can establish a direct link to the Akasha and control it. First things first, I need to remove the restrictions that the doctor put on me, and after that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permissions. The Akasha will then be like how it originally was, only operable by the Archon. After all, the Academia betrayed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's trust. This might take some time. In the meantime, you should also work on your own preparations. If we don't stop the God creation plan in time, we'll...
Might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a...
Next on the agenda...
How's it going, Nahida?
I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement to complete. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Greater Lord... Oh, also, this is for you.
Huh? What's this little floaty thingy?
It's a small device I put together just now. You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful.
Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon! We're both small things that float! Oh, all the things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon appears with the Traveler from now on, people won't remember Paimon because she is a unique
It's alright, Paimon. It's only a flying device. But you're the...
You're so good at comforting people, Nahida. If only the Traveler would...
I was simply telling you...
Nahida, you're natural at this. What you just said made Paimon even...
By the way, even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, you may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, if we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count on... I'm glad I can rely on...
So the God of Wisdom isn't good at fighting?
I've located where the false god is. Time is of the essence, so let's skip to it.
We're way behind schedule.
What is this place? Wow.
The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered. The safest and most...
That's true. They were already...
Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed. The Fatui under the Doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided a lot of technological support.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
Is that it, though? I've always felt that this doctor is different from the academia sages. Instead of being interested in the end product, it's like he's in...
The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos. So,
this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god, we had previously come into contact with his consciousness. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel for one. The other obsession is probably related to his past. I can't quite explain.
Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. Now with that temper and ego of his.
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. Tell me more about it. The more we know now, the better we can plan for and react to any future situation. Ah, I see. How fascinating. Alright, time to go. Let's get through here and meet...
Time to work!
Touching!
No more demands!
Gotta dash! Covenant of the Deep!
This isn't good.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes. Let's move out. The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it. Let's move out. It seems to have stopped. Let's continue.
Let's begin.
Into the wind. Access denied.
And this quickly.
You'll get frostbite.
Let's rebound.
The wind knows
It's time.
Pay your dues.
one with nature. Clouds high. The birds call. Access denied.
Can't run from death.
We're way behind schedule.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
No touching!
Let's move!
Come on out! This is long overdue!
Allow me!
Front.
Let's begin.
Into the wind.
Hold the line. Got it, Dad.
Finally, some quiet. Well met. Don't be overjoyed. We've only just begun.
Sure.
Let's move. You can't run. Well,
No touching. Allow me.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. I miscalculated.
Access denied.
One after another.
One with wind and cloud.
The wind knows me.
Ninjutsu. Fine.
No touching. All hail.
One with nature.
Billowing surge.
Access denied.
Now, my pretties.
The wind knows me.
No touching.
One hit.
We're way behind schedule.
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to
Oh no! What should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against a Fatui Harbinger with a Gnosis.
Are you nervous, Paimon?
If you really want to know...
Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree since my birth. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well.
Curious? Curious about what?
Curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood. However, only fate is about that which has yet to occur, so it has always drawn my curiosity. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. It all brings me great satisfaction. And now, at long last, I will personally experience my own fate with you by my side.
Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon thinks she understands what you're feeling.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all knowing glowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
This imposing aura, it really feels like the gods!
A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet. With the Gnosis, how much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed.
You sure are something! Dishing out
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth. And can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power and the thrill of anticipation.
Hito wouldn't feel the same things as you!
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods?
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. You're talking about the Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon. All those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws. There's no...
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that this is a first. Encountering a god in this world who... No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of Wisdom. Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer. The God of Wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to... Come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god. Churn!
Access denied. This is long overdue.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
Feeble human!
Hold the line!
We're way behind schedule.
My endless cycle begins! Insignificant past!
Next on the agenda. Tremble! Burn to oblivion! one with nature.
Reality is pain.
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Boor?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, Traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Boor.
I am the all-knowing God.
Everyone hold hands.
Burn to oblivion!
Make yourself a room. Hey!
Kneel!
Yeah! see everything! It's my stars. Everyone hold hands!
Tremble!
Clouds high. The birds come!
Reality is pain! Good riddance, cruel world.
Hold the line! Come on, bring refuge!
Next on the agenda... I can fix this!
Your new god awakens! Now, your eyes have been opened. Burn to oblivion!
I see everything!
Filth! Kneel!
Ouchie! Rest and rebuild! Hey!
Tremble!
It's my stars! Hold the line!
Reality is pain!
I see everything!
Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
Humans. Filthy humans. No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is a last memory of my predecessor.
Huh. This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined.
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of... Forbidden knowledge? It seems... Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice, and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata nearly exhausting her Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago. I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself already in danger.
So, if we're in the...
Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against Forbidden. She didn't completely eradicate Forbidden Knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant over these past 500 years. The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about Forbidden Knowledge may very... I'm just... sharing her pain. The pollution... Did she fight to resist the Forbidden Knowledge pollution in such terror? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes, her words were distorted by Forbidden, but now we have a chance. We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with her, and then we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are here. Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Don't worry, it should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear, Paimon. Let's go.
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course is the direction our consciousness is traveling towards. If we lose control...
Wow! What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them. Let's move out. No touching.
Time to go. One with nature.
Born of ice and frost.
Rest and rebuild.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Ninjutsu.
No touching. All hail.
Allow me.
Into the wind.
Born of ice and frost.
Look! A four-leaf sigil has appeared in the sky!
We're way behind schedule.
Rest and rebuild.
One with nature. Clouds high. The burn's calm.
Billowing surge. Allow me.
For Rex Lapis.
Come on out.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Access denied. To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first. We changed direction. Are we still going the right way?
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the... We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Huh? But everything's been completely...
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time...
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord...
No. It seems that my birth and her death took otherwise. I think she would have given me a little more guidance.
Hey! You've done a great job, Nahida! Let's get out of this creepy place and go meet her! So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater, but the one standing over there is...
Is that... me? Are you... Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature.
We're...
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably... But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I...
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Really?
But perhaps you may become an even greater Archon than I. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours alone, along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faint...
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired was... It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always wanted to meet you.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers. Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed the pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was all... Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt...
So what exactly is?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul,
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge, which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom.
It's truly the world's most amazing...
Thank you. For though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my...
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge... But... things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. And then... I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but vile corruption as well. From the very beginning,
Oh no.
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, and there's no way for me to eliminate myself. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul.
Wait, no, I can't.
So you realize Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now,